of concerning crypto, blockchain, the company we are in. And Mining City is doing so much to help us to be knowledgeable. That is why when you open your before you get into your back office or anything like that, there's that screen when you type www.miningscity.com. There's that screen where it shows different people. It's like the website of Mining City. There's a page there that's called education. That space of education, normally click there. They have a quiz that they usually give to us, to test your knowledge, and they will ask you certain questions, and you're able to do that. So always go there, see what is it that they have in education, see what is it that they are helping you to understand, because most people are afraid of the crypto side because they are not well informed on how it operates in terms of the mining. So the more you know, the better it is to calm their fears and able to help them see the bigger picture of what this company does. So without any waste of time, I'm going to hand over to Tebello, uh, who has been building a business so well. And I want to say, Tebello, thank you so much for the questionnaire that you came together, you brought together. It is able to help us. And soon, Tebello will be posting the results of the questionnaire later on so that you are able to see where we are. This is not just something we do because we are bored. This is a serious business. This is serious financial business for us and for all of you, for your generation, for your children and your children's children. So let's build this business. Let's be dedicated to this business. As I say that, let's welcome Tebello, our sister, our business partner. Uh, she will soon be a developer, and I know that the manager rank is coming. And because of the heart, because of the love, when you go to developer and manager, it's no longer about making money. It shows how many people you are helping. Because to get to that level of developer and everything, you must be helping a lot of people. You don't just get there because you spend your own money and you bought whatever. No. Whenever you see a person who they say is a manager, he's a builder, developer, manager, chief manager, you must know behind that person, they have taken a lot of time to build and help other people to achieve. So Tebello has achieved that builder stage, and every one of you that are still citizens, we are going to be asking you to really help more people so that you can become builder. Tebello, thank you so much. I'm handing over to you. You can start your presentation so that you have enough time to be able to do the presentation and answer questions. Over to you, my sister.
Papi, thank you so much. Growing up with Papi as siblings, one never dreamt that, one day we would be doing something like this together. And it is always, a privilege for me when we run these sessions together, to be working with you. People say to me, why do you do this business? I say to them, over and above, having found out this opportunity and looking at what the opportunity can do in my life, for me, it's also a great opportunity because I get to work with my brother and we get to work over a vision and a purpose that we both believe in. And that vision and purpose that we both believe in is really about ensuring that we help the Africa child. Yes, we know that we've got other members from other parts of the world, but for us, the focus is about helping an African child to be able to create wealth for themselves. Yes, we want to also have the wealth for ourselves, but when we are able to help an African child to get involved in this system of cryptocurrency, of blockchain, and then they are able to say, hey, I was able to build my wealth because I got involved in that. That for us is a bigger vision, that we would like to achieve. So as of Tuesday, I was informed that I am officially the presenter of the meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I had to go and like polish, you know, my presentation skills and the information that I want to share with you. So today I think this is my like official first session. I know I've presented on other sessions as well, but now that, you know, it was officially handed over, I think this is really the official session that I'm doing this. So everybody, welcome to the session, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you, you know, the information. If you are new in the session and joining us for the first time, please type in the chat box, or, you know, raise your hand so that we can be able to acknowledge you. As part of Team Wealth Creators, we are always encouraging our team members to go out there and find other people and share this opportunity with them. And when they have difficulty in sharing the opportunity, we say to them, bring them and send them to the Zoom meetings, you know, that we will be having, because in those Zoom meetings, we are able then, you know, to share more of this information with them. Right, so let me go straight into you know, the presentation. It's amazing, you know, as I start this presentation, what we have been seeing happening. You know, I watch, if any of you are in the business and you follow Hannah Pinter, who is like our mayor, our main person here in South Africa, you would have seen, you know, that there's a lot of information that she is sharing with us. However, there is also an interesting challenge that is happening, that, you know, whilst we bring people into this particular, you know, opportunity, a lot of people just come in, buy their package, and then they sit back. And then something, you know, happens, like the change in the back office that has recently happened. And then they're like, oh my God, what is happening? You know, but when we follow up and we check with them, we find that they don't even bother to attend these presentations. Remember, the intention of these presentations is to be able to share with you about this business, so that when you go out and you talk to people about this business, you talk with some level of confidence. Because every time, you know, we run these sessions, there's either going to be information that we're going to share for the first time, or there's going to be questions that people will be asking that you're like, oh, I never thought about that question, and now here is the opportunity, you know, to be able to talk about it. So let's go into the information and really talk about. So what we are about is this, what we call the Bitcoin revolution, the cryptocurrency revolution. You know, the money making revolution is what we are talking about. Okay, let's see. Work with me. So as I start with that, let's start with the evolution of, you know, the fiat currency. There is, okay. Shumani, if you can just help that when people come in, you just mute them as well. That will just help us in terms of ensuring that we don't have a lot of, you know, different voices that are speaking. So where is it, you know, why is it that we're involved in the cryptocurrency revolution? So before we start with it, let's take you back, you know, to the current evolution of the fiat currencies that is taking place. And the example, you know, or the process that we always provide is that, you know, many moons ago, when people wanted to buy services or to buy products from somebody, you know, they would go to them and they'd say, hey, I want to buy something from you. And the person would ask them and say, how do you want to pay? They'd be able to say, look, if you give me that, I will give you a cow, or I'll give you milk, or whatever, you know, that was related to the cow at that stage. Over a period of time, things changed, and they went to the same person or to a different company and they said, I want to buy something, and said, how are you going to pay? And the person said, I've got gold, you know, that I can be able to use. Then things moved along and we got to using metal coins as a method of payment. Moved further on, we started using paper money as a method of payment. And we know that even today, in some you know, societies and communities, we know that metal coins and paper money, even in our own society, we are still using paper money quite a lot in terms of, you know, being able to pay. We've seen, you know, for those of us that have been alive, you know, for the last 30 or so and more years, we have seen the evolution of plastic cards, you know, coming through, that when people say, hey, How are you going to pay? Or can I use a debit card or a credit card to be able to pay for that service or that product? And then at the same time, in the last probably 10 to 20 years, we then saw, the issue or the evolution of electronic money coming through. So now these days, when people want to pay, for services or for products, the question is, can I e-wallet it to you? Can I EFT? Give me your bank account and I'll send the money through to you. However, the challenges, with these systems that we have been working with is that particularly when we started getting into the metal coins, the paper money, plastic cards, and electronic money, what then we realized that has been happening is the following, that a lot of this type of payment, right, is centralized and it is controlled by banks or by various governments. And we know that with money, money that gets printed, sorry, I wasn't meant to jump there. We know that with money that gets to be printed, right? Most of it, it's the government that is able to print the money. And because of that, government have unlimited amounts of money that they're able to print. But what's also linked to that is the whole issue of this kind of fiat currency gets to be affected by inflation and repo rates, right? We have seen it. I mean, we've seen it just in the last 6 to 7 months, that the amount of money that you used to have to be able to buy, vegetables and buy household items, right now with the same amount of money, you are buying less, and it's still going to get, worse than where it is right now. That the money that we have in our hands is going to get to a point where we buy less and less with that. And no one knows what is happening, and no one knows when, this thing is going to be ending. But one thing we are guaranteed, and we've seen it. I mean, in Africa, we saw it with Zimbabwe, that at some stage you could have, $2 and you'd be able to buy a lot of things in Zimbabwe. Right now, $2 are worth nothing, in that country. And unfortunately, in Africa, we are seeing that in some instances, some countries are also moving towards that side. And it's not something that we want to find people working very hard, earning the salaries that they are earning or running the businesses that they are running, but the money that they have is actually losing value. What we also know with fiat currencies is that transactions take time, right? You know, a number of times where you've wanted to send money, to somebody, or you've wanted, to send money to somebody that's out of the country or in another, part of the world. And you know how what is going to happen, that it would take anything between 2 to 5 days for that person to be able to receive the money. Even when you send it, with the kind of service providers where they will receive the money within 24 hours. When the person wants to go and take out the money, there's all sorts of conditions that may take, may lead to the person having a number of days before they can be able to receive the money. And the transactions that are linked with those, movement of money are quite high. So you send somebody, $100. By the time they receive the money, it's probably worth about between, $90 and $80. What happened to the $10 and $20? It's all gone into the transactions that people, are needing to pay for. And we also know, and we've seen it, that with fiat currencies, these are easily corruptible systems. We've seen that with fiat currencies, they are highly susceptible to fraud, to counterfeits, and in some instances to heists. So with this evolution, there's also been then, or this is what has led to a new evolution in terms of money that has come through. So some people may be here on the call and they're saying, who is this person that's talking to us? And Papi has already spoken about who I am, but just to confirm, I'm a city builder, in mining city. And why am I a city builder? Because I have brought in people, and the people that I've managed to bring in, the sales volume that I've been able to do up to this point are at 12,000 Rand. And I'm working very hard towards ensuring that, I get to the next level, as Papi spoke to, which is a developer. But where do I come from? I'm a corporate person, right? I went to school, I went to university, and then I went to work. For a period of 25 years, I was working in the corporate world. I moved up the ranks into various, positions, all the way up to, some of the executive positions. But during that time, what is it that was happening? I realized that all that was depending on was my salary. And remember, with the salary, it comes in on the 1st or on the 20th or on the 25th. And within 24 to 48 hours, the salary is gone. And I'm already thinking, oh my goodness, I've paid for everything. Now I have this little money to be able to buy groceries and to be able to get other things, and then wait, for the end of next month. And it was during this time that I realized, depending or just on my salary is not going to be enough. So that's how I then got, involved in this business. And I'm happy that eventually I got to this level, but my challenge is to be able to move on to the next level. So we've spoken about the evolution of the fiat currencies, right? And what we have seen, in the last 10 to 15 years, we've seen the evolution and the birth of cryptocurrencies. Right now, as I speak with you, around the world, there's over 5,000 cryptocurrencies that are in place. The one that is well known is Bitcoin. And the one that's becoming more and more well known, which we'll talk about later, is called Bitcoin Vault. Why is it that people thought it would be best to create a cryptocurrency? What is it? What are these advantages that we have about having cryptocurrencies? Number one, it's protected from theft, right? Any cryptocurrency that has to move from one person to the next person, or from one wallet address to the next wallet address, they were able to trace it in terms of where that particular cryptocurrency went to. You are also able to save on huge transaction fees. Remember, we spoke about the transaction fees that we have in fiat currencies, whereas here we are able to save on those huge transaction fees. In terms of it's a system, this is a decentralized system. So there is no central bank or no central entity that can be able to say, we own a cryptocurrency, we own a Bitcoin, or we own a Bitcoin vault. There is no such, because cryptocurrencies form part of a blockchain network. Now, for those of you that have some accounting background, you'll remember that accounting systems have started with firstly where you looked at debits and credits, and then they moved on to the point where you added what is double entries, where you then added what you call assets, and the weight now has gone from my head, I'll remember it. What we're dealing with here in terms of cryptocurrencies, we're looking at a triple entry accounting system, right? Which is able, somebody to be able to say, this is the entry and that is another entry. And there is also a system in the middle here that's able, to ensure that the movements that we're talking about have really taken place. And lastly, cryptocurrencies are able to provide a long-term store of value, just like gold. What we're doing here, we are dealing with gold on a crypto level. We're dealing with gold on a digital level. That's what cryptocurrencies are really bringing. Also, when we deal with cryptocurrencies, they are easily transferred from one person to another. And we do this transfer through the use of internet fees. And as I've already indicated, that's also then linked with very low and uniform. That's also the other important thing about cryptocurrencies, that the fees are quite uniform. So you're not going to see this change today that the fee is this much and tomorrow that the fee is this much. They are relatively uniform in terms of the fees that we have to pay. Now, for me to be able to send a cryptocurrency from myself to yourself, I need to have a wallet address, or you need to be able to have a wallet address, because with that wallet address, I'm then able to send, the currency from myself over to you using the wallet address that you have provided to me. And how do you differentiate, between various wallet addresses? It's usually the first 4 digits and the last 4 digits that are able to differentiate. And also what I like about these wallet addresses is that a wallet address is only, active for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, that wallet address has disappeared and you have to generate, another wallet address. So you don't have a risk of somebody getting hold of your wallet address unless you give it to them, or you give it to them by mistake, right? There's 3 ways as well of being able to get, a cryptocurrency, whether it's a Bitcoin or a Bitcoin vault or any of the 5,000 that I referred to. You can buy it and be able to say, okay, I've managed to buy one, cryptocurrency, or you could receive it from someone where somebody then sends it to you, either as a form of reward or as a form of, currency that they're providing to you. The one that we like, to be able to get these cryptocurrencies is by becoming miners, which is what we are talking about here around, Bitcoin mining. Lastly, what is also important about these currencies is that we're starting to see more and more shops and entities that are starting to say, people can be able to use either a Bitcoin or any other currency that is available in that country to be able to pay for the services or for the products, that they are able to purchase. We've seen it here in South Africa, and we're seeing more and more companies that are starting to say, in their information, Bitcoin is accepted here. And therefore, once, they're able to say Bitcoin is accepted here, you can be able to buy a product from them and be able to pay them using Bitcoins because they will receive them. How they change them to rands is their issue. It's not your problem. Your challenge is to be able to move, the currency to them, and they will find their own ways of being able to convert it to the rands. Now, let's give you an example of a company here where somebody has already started to be able to use a Bitcoin as a form of payment, in the environment that they're in. So let's watch this video together.
So today we're going to do a different type of transaction at the point of sale. We're going to buy dried fruit using Bitcoin. So the cashier scans the article. I tell the cashier I'm going to pay using Bitcoin. In the meantime, I fire up the Luno app, choose the scan option. Electrum now makes a call to Luno, who now issues us with a QR code, which we now scan. And it tells you how many Bitcoin you're going to be spending, and off you go. So there you see the first Bitcoin transaction at a Pick n Pay point of sale.
Right, so we've seen it. We all know Pick n Pay here in South Africa. Most of us get to go to Pick n Pay quite regularly in terms of, being able to purchase. So I challenge you, if you have a wallet address, whether you have a Chainx or you have a Luno, next time when you go to Pick n Pay, go to them and say to them, can I pay using my Bitcoins? And let's see what will happen, especially for those of you that have got, Luno wallets. I'm sure somebody's going to be looking at you and saying, wow, okay, you know about that and you can be able to pay with it. So yeah, let's give it a try. Let's see. I challenge them to be able to say, I'd like to use my Bitcoins, in terms of paying for what I'm buying from you. Now, that system or that process that we have just seen where, the person goes to the counter and they want to pay, a code is generated, comes from what something that is called the blockchain. And how does the blockchain work, right? So basically, you saw that the transaction was requested and it's requested in the network because everything that we're doing in this particular space is happening on the internet. So the transaction is requested in the network. Various mining machines receive the information to say, hey, this person would like to, to transact whatever the amount is, wherever it is moving from, in terms of moving from one point to the other. Those miners that are connected, to the blockchain are then use those machines that they have to be able to validate the transactions and to be able to get the fees for those transactions. And then the network of nodes. So basically this network of nodes then generate a 64-digit, which then gets to be added to the block. And those network of nodes, what do we mean when we talk about network of nodes? We're talking about these machines as they come together and they're saying, hey, we want to be able to confirm this transaction that is about to happen. And once, the transaction has been confirmed, then we're able to say that a new block has been added, and a new block is going to be added into the existing blockchain that is in place. And to conclude that process, the transaction is completed and stored in the blockchain. What is the value of the transaction being stored in the blockchain? Is that if tomorrow somebody comes and they say, I'm looking for a record of this particular transaction that took place, they can then be able to go into the blockchain system and be able to look for that particular record. And that record can then be confirmed to say, yes, You requested on this day to be able to pay using your Bitcoins. And here is proof that it has taken place, because all of that information sits in these mining machines, that are creating the block rewards and the network that we are able to use. So who are the people behind this? So there's a whole lot of people and a whole lot of companies that are behind, these processes. The one company that we are involved in, which is the company that really excites me, and every time I hear from the CEO of this company, I sit back and I'm like, wow, these guys are really working hard, to make a difference in the world. So the company that we're involved in is called Mining City. And Mining City develops or creates, provides these opportunities for us to be able to get involved in the Bitcoin business through, through partnerships that they have with BTC.com and with Minebest, right? Who is the person that is currently leading, Mining City? His name is Greg Rogowoski. And this particular company, they started it in December 2018, and it started as a project to say, hey, let's see, if the idea that we have can be able to work. Its headquarters are in Warsaw, in Poland, and currently Mining City as a company is represented in over 50 countries. And we know that the numbers of these countries are growing every single month, because more and more people are finding out about the business opportunity that Mining City has and are finding out how they can get involved in it. Just the other day, we found out that in sales, Mining City, right, last year they were sitting at about 280, 230 million. Right now, Mining City has already made sales of 1.3 billion, right? And this is now as we sit here in October. Imagine what it's going to be like in December, because in the next month, there's going to be a block reduction that's going to take place. And in terms of people that have come in to help, this business work, there's over 1 million people, members. That includes you and I, who have already bought our mining packages. And we know the numbers are growing because more and more people are sharing information about this opportunity. Now, at a stage, they had all paid out, over 108 million to the distributors. That's you and I, who are the distributors in terms of this particular products. And they'd also paid out 41 million in terms of mining earnings. That was just in year one. I'm looking forward to December to be able to see the results in terms of how much have they already paid out by December 2020 to the distributors and in terms of those mining earnings. These are the offices of Mining City. Mining City, as I said, its headquarters are in Warsaw, in Poland. And these are the headquarters in terms of where they are situated. As Papi likes to say, we are not part of a business that is, being managed from a shack or from cuckoo or from some corner shop. We are part of a proper corporate company, that is managed from headquarters, that are looking like this. As you can see, these are really up-to-date offices where the teams are meeting to make sure that the business objectives and the strategic objectives of Mining City, get to be spelled out, get to be reviewed, and be able to be shared with the people, out at the end of the day. These are just other pictures as well in terms of some of these offices. Now, remember, these offices are also shared by Mining City and Minebest, and I'll tell you just now who Minebest is. So when you get involved with us, right, and we say to you, come in, and we want you to get involved with Mining City and also getting involved, in this process of being able to buy, to be able to buy these packages. Sorry, somebody is just disturbing me on the phone. They're asking for the link to the meeting, so I don't want them to lose out on the meeting. So if you just allow me to quickly just send it through to them. Because these are people that we meet with and, we invite to these meetings, and we say to them, come to the meeting and listen, to what we are sharing. So that's why I just wanted to quickly send them the details. So when you come in and we say to you, right, come and buy a mining package, What is it that we are asking you to do? Basically, what we're saying to you is, as a client, you would come in and be able to bring your money and to be able to buy the package. What is it that you're buying? So the money that you bring through, you don't give to us. By the way, no money comes to me, no money comes to Papi, no money comes to the person that has invited you to the presentation. The money you are able to send directly to Mining City through buying computing power, in Mining City. And once you have bought your computing power, which is through the different mining planes that we have, once you have bought your computing power, what happens? Mining City then sends the information, through to Mindbest to be able to say, hey, Mindbest, somebody has bought a computing machine to be able to help you in terms of mining these Bitcoins and Bitcoin vaults. And once Mindbest has received that information, they are able to allocate that particular computer into, the servers that Mindbest has. And once those servers, the computing has been added into the servers, you are then able to get into the system where after 10 days, once you have bought your package, from the 11th day onwards, you're also going to be earning your rewards or receiving your mining rewards based on the package that you have bought. And once you have done that, it's a system that happens, or it's a process that happens on a daily basis, that every day at 9 o'clock, right? Every day at 9 o'clock, you and I are going to be receiving our mining rewards as per the packages that we have bought. However, if you are then saying, you know what, I'd actually like to make more money. And how am I going to make more money? I'm going to recruit people. I'm going to tell people about this opportunity. I'm going to help people sign up. What Mining City also does, it says to you, we've got a marketing budget that we have put aside to be able to give to people like yourselves who are helping us spread the message so that more and more people are able to come into the system. But more importantly, more and more people are able to create wealth for themselves, for their families, and for the generations to come. So those mining, you've heard me referring to the mining machines, and the question then somebody might be asking is, why mining machines? Why does Mining City and Mindbest use mining machines? And basically, these mining machines help us to increase. Hello. Okay, who's there? Somebody is speaking, they're just listening to a bit. Okay, let's see. Tandiwe, can I just ask you to mute your microphone, please? Tandiwe? Tandiwe?
Nothing here. There was a monster under my bed.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So basically then what happens is these mining machines, right, are there to be able to increase the production of the number of Bitcoins. Like we've said before, that the Bitcoins are not mined, from underground, as I've had some people asking me. The Bitcoins are mined through these particular machines that we're using.
I'm muted.
Are we sorted with
I'm muted.
I can still hear you. Okay, it's gone quiet now. Cool, thank you. So the other value also of having these machines is that, should there be a dip time, whether in terms of, amount of electricity not being available or something disturbing, the machines are still going to continue working and being able to produce the Bitcoins. And these machines are also providing us with business opportunity, which is, what I've highlighted, and they are also able to support the blockchain. That infrastructure of those computers that I'm referring to sits here in some of these mines that we have across the world. And these mines are managed by Mindbest. And the pictures that you are seeing here are of the facilities, that people got to visit in Kazakhstan, which is where the biggest mining facility that is run by Mindbest, is situated. Please watch this video with us and just learn a little bit more about Mining City and Mindbest together.
MindBest City, a world-class development project by MindBest, a leader in blockchain technology development.
Welcome to the heart of the MindBest mining farm. The very farm where we mine cryptocurrencies for you. 600 miners work in this exemplary container. Listen to the overwhelming hum of power running through the Avalon and S9 miners on a daily basis. Open the door to see the endless opportunities of this mining farm in Ekibastos. These smart mining containers surrounding you occupy 2,100 square meters of land. Feel the power accumulated within this facility. This particular farm has 17 megawatts of electric power. Look left. There's a 6 kilovolt transformer with 2.5 megawatts of capacity. Take a closer look at the hundreds of mining machines running at peak efficiency. The containers were designed to optimize cooling and usage costs. Each of them has a capacity of 0.85 megawatts. Discover the life-changing opportunity of Bitcoin mining.
So that's really the facility, you know, that we refer to when we talk about MindBest. You know, just the other day on, was it Sunday? Yes, when the CEO of MindBest was presenting that a couple of years back, he had the vision of having the biggest mining facility in the world, and now he has actually created it. It just showed me, you know, that we are dealing with people here who are visionaries. We are dealing with people who, when they have an idea about something, they really go after it and they make sure that, you know, it becomes a reality. And who is this individual that we're talking about? His name is Eyal. Eyal is, you know, somebody that's been involved with digital mining since 2015. He's a serial inventor and an innovator. And he founded MindBest, you know, as we said, its headquarters in Warsaw, Poland. And why did he? I mean, this is somebody that when Bitcoins were being started, he got involved in the process of buying and trading and, you know, mining Bitcoins. But in the process, he realized that, hold on, you know, there were a number of challenges with Bitcoins that people were experiencing. And then he said, we need to be able to create another type of currency that is going to bring a lot of, you know, confidence and safety to people. So he created you know, this new coin that we'll be sharing with you called Bitcoin Vault, where the reason that he's saying he wanted to start it was to be able to answer the need that was in the cryptocurrency community to be able to have a coin that would be able to deliver superior security features and also being safe and transparent, because the issues of safety and transparency were issues that people were complaining, you know, about in terms of Bitcoin and other coins that are there. Bitcoin Vault is there to provide fair play, provides an element of choice for the user between, you know, being ultra secured and also being easy, and the transactions are actually quite fast, you know, to be able to make whilst using the Bitcoin Vault. Let's listen here a little bit more about Bitcoin Vault.
Bitcoin Vault is the world's first currency which allows suspicious transactions to be cancelled and makes it next to impossible to hack. How is Bitcoin Vault different? It has 3 distinct keys, providing users with safety and peace of mind. The first is what we are calling the standard private key, allowing users to access their wallet, check their balance, and make transfers. Using this key, all transactions are put on a 24 hours waiting list. The user can be informed via an encrypted channel. If the user receives a message that funds have been sent and he or she didn't authorize that transfer, the user can use the cancel transaction key. In order to do it, you'll have to use the cancel transaction key and fast transaction key within 24 hours. The funds will be sent in the next block to the wallet we choose, but we generally recommend a new wallet in case of a hack attack. And this is part of the innovation that is Bitcoin Vault. In order to avoid the 24 hours delay, use the fast transaction key and authorize the transfer within a short time window. At the moment, Bitcoin Vault developers are working on 2 different types of wallets within 2 applications to deliver a variety of options. These are just a few reasons why we can safely say Bitcoin Vault is the safest coin on the market.
You know, what's interesting about some of the information that we're seeing in that video is that some of that information is already now, you know, those, functionalities, the fast key, the cancellation key, those things are now in place. In fact, during this month of October, we're seeing a lot of those, you know, characteristics of Bitcoin Vault being presented and being made available to us, you know, who are already mining and trading in Bitcoin Vault. So this Bitcoin Vault that they shared to us, and they've indicated that, you know, it's a lot safe and it's fast to be able to transact with. What else does it offer? So Bitcoin Vault offers us a long-term store of value, right? And it aims to become the ultimate electronic store of value, which is a better form of gold with the aim of holding one's life savings with complete peace of mind. Also, Bitcoin Vault aims to offer us, you know, protection from theft, because as you heard in the video, you have within 24 hours to be able to cancel any transaction that you say, this is not a transaction that I made, or I made that transaction, you know, by mistake. And lastly, because there are a number of companies that are interested in using cryptocurrency as a form of payment, you know, the objective and the aims is to be able to have it, you know, Bitcoin Vault as a currency that can be utilized by companies and enterprises as they conduct, you know, their transactions, so that anybody, you know, in the organization is able to feel free that payments or services can be paid, you know, using the Bitcoin Vault. This is a slide that I love, right? So Bitcoin Vault is a currency that came into being in last year in 2019 from the 16th of December. So as we go into the 16th of December this year, we will be celebrating 1 year of Bitcoin Vault trading. Earlier in October, I think it was the 7th of October, we were celebrating 1 year that the coin had been created. So when we listen to people, you know, complaining and comparing Bitcoin Vault and Bitcoin, sometimes I say to them, but you're comparing apples and oranges. Bitcoin Vault is only a year old. Bitcoin is over 10 years old. And we have seen, you know, how the value of Bitcoin has been going up and down during that time. So it's basically been fluctuating during that time. But when you look at the price history of Bitcoin in 1 year, just 1 year, this is what has happened to this coin. Started on the 16th of December. It was worth nothing on the 16th. 21st, it was out there in the market, on some of the exchanges through Mining City. We saw the value moving from $1, to $5. Between the months of December and March, you can see, it almost doubled. We in April, between March and April, you can also see again, it went up 3-4 times. Same thing happened in May, same thing happened in June. And we've just seen, the value of this. And when we talk about the value, we're talking the dollar value, right? So the Bitcoin vault continues to be mined. Whether this value is 0, whether this value is 100,000, whether this value is 10,000 or $10, Bitcoin vault will continue to be mined. So we saw this increase that was taking place. But like every other cryptocurrency, the price, there had to be a price correction that had to happen. And that got a lot of people scared to be able to say, hold on, this price here at some stage, it was worth 470, and now we saw it dropping, and we saw it dropping drastically. And we're talking here about the dollar value, not Bitcoin vault itself dropping, but the dollar value of Bitcoin vault, we saw it dropping. And we know the reasons. We have heard from the CEOs of Mining City. We've heard this from the CEO of MineBest, explaining to us why this value had dropped. And you can see there, from September to October, it really, really went down. And for those of us who are into long-term investment, this is when we were approaching people and saying, hey, come in, buy this currency, come in, buy a mining package, come into the system, because we know what's going to happen, that the value is going to go up. And Stru's Bob, as we say in South Africa, Stru's Bob, look at what has been happening. The value has come up. On the 19th of October, it was worth about $102. As I checked earlier today, it was worth 99, that value was sitting at $99. And we know that it's going to be moving between 99 and 100, 99 and 100 for a while. Next month, guys, next month, we are going through a block reduction. If you are not in the system, if you are not increasing on the number of Bitcoin vaults that you are having, you are really going to be crying after that block reduction. Because as the value as the amount of Bitcoins that are mined gets reduced, what happens to the value? It goes high. So you want to have as many Bitcoin vaults as possible by the time the block reduction process takes place. And this is what I'm talking about when I refer to the block reduction. With every cryptocurrency that is in place, there will only ever be 21 million of them that will ever, be mined. So wherever it is, whether it's Bitcoin, Bitcoin Lite, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, whatever the names are, any of them, there will only be 21 million of them that are going to be mined, right? Now, each of them also, as there is 21 million, each of them goes through a block reduction process that takes place every 6 months. In June of last year, when Bitcoin vaults came into the market, as you can see there, we were sitting at 175 Bitcoin vaults. In May of this year, right? Again, think about it, guys. I'm going to go back to the previous slide. This is May 2020, né? Where was the price of Bitcoin vault in May 2020? It was sitting at 124. What happened between May and June? Look at that amount. It almost doubled. Look at where it is now in October. Watch what is going to happen when the block reduction happens again in November. Just watch the space. If you already have your Bitcoin vaults and you are planning to buy more Bitcoin vaults, buy them now. If you're planning to get more mining packages, get them now. Get them now, because that value is going to go up. We've always seen it that when we are close to a block reduction, that amount changes. Again, when we're talking about the supply in terms of block reduction, we know that you know, the mining or development of Bitcoin vaults. As you can see, over a period of time until November 2023 is going to be reduced. So in November 2023, there will be 6.25. Imagine from 150 Bitcoin vaults that are produced every 10 minutes to getting 6.25 Bitcoin vaults that will be produced every 10 minutes. I want to have as many Bitcoin vaults when this particular, you know, situation comes through. But what happens also when that situation comes through? We know that the value, right? The cost, the value of this currency is going to be going up. So as the value goes up, you want to be sitting here with a serious kitty of Bitcoin vaults in your hand. So we've seen this happen with Bitcoins, we've seen it happen with other cryptocurrencies, and we know that it's going to be happening as well with Bitcoin Vault. So somebody says, okay, I'm hearing you, you're talking about all of these wonderful things, explaining them, you know, in terms of cryptocurrency and talking about the companies, but now I want to know how much, what is it that I'm going to be buying if I say that I want to buy, you know, the mining pools or the mining packages. There are 6 different types of mining packages that we have, right? From a primary package all the way to a platinum package. As you can see here in the slides, these are the different values that we have of the various packages, you know, primary at 300, standard at 600, bronze at 1,200, silver 2,400, gold 4,200, and, you know, the Makoya of them all, platinum package at 12,600. What is it that you get when you buy a package? When you say to yourself, I am buying a mining package, what you are buying is the opportunity, you know, to be able to mine the Bitcoin vault, as I've indicated, but also to be rewarded with the number of terahashes per second. So each of these packages has different terahashes per second, you know, that are available. What you're also buying, because we also work within a binary system, what you're also buying are the number of binary points. And as you can see, the lower the package that you have bought, the lower the binary points that you have. And as you move on and you buy higher packages, the more binary points that, that you are receiving. So these are the different packages. If you are new here and somebody has invited you after this call, you know, talk to them about buying any of these packages, and they will be able to help you with the process of being able to package those mining pools. So I've added something here in terms of the presentation. So to be able to explain to somebody better, to say, okay, so I buy myself, let's say, for example, a standard package, right? So what you're buying, remember what we're saying is when you buy a standard package, you are buying a machine that's going to be able to help you to mine, you know, the number of terahashes that are allocated. But what else are you buying? So what you are buying is that you're buying a machine that on a daily basis will give you 6 terahashes per second. You are buying a mining machine that is going to be providing these terahashes for a period of 1,100 days. Right, so for that period of 1,100 days, you are getting these 6 terahashes. What mining power are you buying? You are using a machine, you know, that's called the Watts Miner M21, that's helping you, you know, to be able to get these 6 terahashes on a daily basis. You are also buying 360, you know, watts of power to be able to produce those 6 terahashes. And within, you know, that money or the machine that you're purchasing, there will be a fixed service contract fee of 0.474 kilowatts, you know, per second that will always be utilized in terms of being able to buy the standard package. And as we've indicated, the standard package is worth about $600. So we looked at an example of somebody that has bought, you know, a mining machine, which is, or a mining pool of $600. And this person had bought, you know, the mining package. They did not do anything. They left it in the system to be able to earn those 6 terahashes, you know, on a daily basis. But over a period of, you know, about close to 6 to 7 months that this person had bought this package, 7 months that the person had bought the package. Remember, they bought it at $600. It gives them 6 terahashes per second for a period, every day. What the person had been able to mine was about 7.5 BTCV. So these 6 terahashes got to be added and added and added on a daily basis from this date to that date, and they were able to get 7.5 BTCV. And that value had gone, was up to the value of 3,600. This is somebody that has spent $600. They have not touched, the package. All they've been doing is watching these 6 terahashes come in, and this is the value that they've seen. This was during that time. Remember, at that time, we were seeing the growth, in terms of the dollar value of the package going up. That is a 600 growth. Tell me where you're going to find the 600 growth, 600% growth in these times. What I'm also saying here is that obviously these rewards and returns are not fixed. So I'm not saying to you, if you buy a 600, you're definitely going to get 3,600. This was still when the value of, the value of the package, was quite high. But it's a key message that I wanted to give, that remember, when you buy a package of $600, you are getting 6 terahashes on a daily basis. And this is also other elements that you are able to get. And we have shown this before in terms of that particular standard package that you have bought. It gives you the terahashes. It also gives you, that 1 binary point. But if you have bought other packages, right? What does it mean? If you have brought a primary package, take the same example that I've used now in terms of a standard package and apply that same message to a primary. It's going to be 300. Every single day, you're going to be getting 3 terahashes. It's valid for 1,100 days. The power may be lower because, it's a lower package that you have bought. We have seen with the standard package in terms of the example that I have provided. But with other packages that we've spoken about in terms of the bronze package, again, the same thing that happens. You get 12 terahashes per second on a daily basis, but you also earn 2 binary points. The higher the package that you buy, the more binary points and terahashes that you get. Here, it's 24 terahashes for a silver package. You can see that there is more value. There are more rewards, that you are receiving on a daily basis. If you were to buy a gold package, the system is able to also see it that if you have bought, you might have started with a standard package, then you move to a bronze package, you move to a silver package. The system is able to equate it then, to a gold package. Some people come in and they immediately buy gold packages. That's wonderful. What we know is that they're earning 42 terahashes on a daily basis and also earning 7 binary points. Now, the Mokhema of them all, the big Guna of them all, the platinum. Now, this one really, really, as Papi likes to say, packs a punch. When you've bought a platinum package, remember the gold gives you 42 terahashes. Platinum gives you almost 3 times that, guys. Almost 3 times that in terms of 138, terahashes that you receive and 21 binary points that you're receiving on, the terahashes, you receive them on a daily basis. So this is how we wanted to illustrate in terms of, the packages that you buy and how those packages, give you rewards. And some people, they say, okay, give me a comparison in terms of if I put my money in the bank, right? Remember, we said that if you are here, you are sitting at quite a high percentage in terms of return. If you took, the similar amount of money, let's use a gold package. If you took 4,200 to the bank today, right? That 4,200 is going to give you plus minus 5% per annum, right? Remember here, you're earning on a daily basis. We're talking here per annum. If you took the same amount of money, you put it to the stock market. Stock market is going to give you plus minus 16% per annum. You've taken $4,200, put them in the stock market, you're looking at a 16% rate, of return per annum. If you took the same amount of money, $4,200, and you wanted to put it towards what we call mutual funds, which are either stocks or bonds or alternatives, you're looking at a plus minus return of 11% per annum, meant to be 1% there. And if you bought property, whether you buy into offices or whether you buy into houses or estates, you are then looking at plus minus 10% per annum. Think about these percentages that you're getting and think about the percentage when you come and invest using, you know, the Bitcoin Vault and Mining City opportunity that we have. And further on, they ask, so what is the risk involved if I buy, you know, Bitcoin Vault and I get involved in here? And we say to them, the risk is common for whether you buy the Bitcoin Vault, the mutual fund, the, you know, put your money in the bank, buy property. The risk is common in all of them. You are not guaranteed, you know, that you're going to be getting the same returns all the time. However, the flip side with Bitcoin Vault mining is that, you know, the returns are much higher than anything else that we have seen out there. So the question becomes, which risk do you want to take, right? And to be able to receive the kind of results that you are looking at receiving. And as I get closer to closing the presentation, I want to say to you, if you are new here, if you think this is a scam, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to get paid. If you think it's too good to be true, 9 o'clock, I'm going to get paid. If you join me at 9 o'clock, both of us get paid. And if you don't join me at 9 o'clock, I still get paid. Let's just watch this. So what is it that I want to say to you? Join the winning team. And I thank you. Thank you, Papi.
Yeah. See now, that's what I've been talking about. You see a different energy, a different explanation. Wow. Thank you so very much. Wow. Wow. Yeah, no, you did a wonderful job. Wow. Guys, you know, I always say numbers don't lie. You know, you can do whatever you want. Numbers don't lie. I love that comparison. That is practical. You know, the money you put in the bank, mutual funds. What is it that you will get per annum for putting in such an amount of money? And let's look at the potential of what we are getting back with this cryptocurrency and Bitcoin Vault. And remember, we are still in the beginning stage. We are early adopters. We have not seen nothing yet. If any of you out there that have already bought mining packages and everything, and you are saying, hey, you know, the price has been, this is nothing. You have not even done 1 year mining Bitcoin Vault. It's not even 1 year mining Bitcoin Vault. On the 16th of December, everybody in Mining City, it will be those who started. Mining City on the 16th of December, it will be 1 year. When we started buying packages, we bought them early, but we all started mining Bitcoin Vault on the 16th of December. So it will be 1 year. They're still going to celebrate that. And look at what the coin has done. It took Bitcoin like you are right, Tebello, you're saying you can't compare Bitcoin Vault and Bitcoin. It took Bitcoin over 4 years to reach just about $8, I think.
Mhm.
It took it a very long time. Look what Mining City has done in 1 year. So the most important thing that we must do is don't lose focus. If you are invited here by someone, before we can even go or anything like that, you have a question, please type your question so that we can answer you. You have a comment. We see, wow, great presentation, Sister Tebello. Yes, great presentation indeed.
Yeah.
Makes you think, makes you see things. What is it that you are getting when you are buying a mining pack? You know, the contract you are getting is 1,000. Right now, it's in a bonus. If you buy now, there's a 20% bonus. There's 1,200 days are given to you, and even the hash rate is increased. So at the end of the day, you are getting a wonderful package if you buy now. Today, I'm telling you guys a secret. Don't tell anybody. You know.
Before you tell us the secret, Rambawi is asking the question, your winning package. I'm not sure which is the winning package, Rambawi, because all of them are winning packages. But let's go with the question. Your winning package, is it only linked to one cryptocurrency or multiple mining? So all of the packages are linked to both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault, because those are the two currencies that MineBest is mining through their facilities. So you can, when you go into the system, you can decide whether you want to buy, the package linked to Bitcoin, or you want to buy the package linked to Bitcoin Vault. Obviously, we are promoting more Bitcoin Vault because, as you know, we have just said, it's a new currency and the returns are still a lot better than if you bought it under Bitcoin. Because remember, the value of Bitcoin is already sitting in the hundred thousands, of rands, whereas the value of Bitcoin Vault is still less than 10,000 rand for one Bitcoin Vault. I hope we've answered your question.
You stand a better chance with Bitcoin Vault to become a millionaire than you would ever be with Bitcoin. So that's why we are collecting this Bitcoin Vault. And the thing that I wanted to say earlier was, I'm telling you a secret here.
Yes.
You know,
Tell us the
don't
secret.
tell anybody. What is the secret? One of my mom's old friends, this person is hard. This person like stubborn. This person is like, she's like, I'm old school. I don't like these things that and everything. Today, she bought her mining pack, but don't tell her, please don't tell her. So today, I mean, she's like, no. I know I'm hard. I know I'm stubborn, but something in me tells me that there is something different about this one. So you know what, guys? Let's keep telling people. Why did I tell you that story? It's so that I can say, let's keep telling people. You might think that everybody is aware of blockchain. You might think that everybody is aware of Bitcoin Vault. People don't even understand what cryptocurrencies are. They don't even understand the mining process and everything. There's so many people who don't understand. It's our job to educate them, open their eyes, and bring them to Mining City before a scam. There was something cutting edge or something like that. There was cutting edge program that happened this past week. People were calling me and everything because people have taken the name Bitcoin and associated with scams and everything. But there is no bad publicity. When the people called me, I did not get irritated. I said, thank you, cutting edge. Now they want to tell me and say, yeah, you see, these scams of yours. I said, yes, it's not scam. Let me teach you and show you what this thing really is. So it was setting a platform. So cutting edge set a platform for me to educate more people. So let's keep educating. Let's keep talking to people. And the more we educate with love, and the more we educate, we make things simple, the more our people understand, and the more they come and join us and become part of us. I always say this. I'm in a race. What am I in a race with? I'm in a race with scam companies. I must get to my friends before scam companies can get to my friends. That is why I talk to them more and more, you know, so that when a scam company comes and knocks at the door, the person will say, sorry, not here. I am already involved with something else that is legit, that is working. The longer you delay to talk to your friends, they will be knocking at your door to ask for money because the scams have taken their money. So the sooner you tell them and you talk to them, you will be saving them a lot of misery, because these scams take a lot of money from people. So Tebello, thank you so much for sharing. Guys, thank you so much for being in the presentation, and we love you so much. Before we go, before we do anything, Sunday.
Before you go to Sunday, Papi, let's just check. Is there anybody else that has a question or a comment that maybe we have not addressed? We responded to one that was raised. Just checking if before we conclude the session, if you have a question or a comment, please just unmute yourself so that we can attend to that.
Right.
Okay, go ahead and talk about Sunday, Henry.
Sunday, they will put up the screen on the screen. Sunday, don't miss this guy. Don't miss this interview. Don't miss this guy on Sunday. I am asking you, don't miss this guy. We posted on Telegram the invite. We've posted also the Zoom link for Sunday. Do not miss this. And one of the things is this one. On Sunday, we're expecting more than 100 people. So the system is going to come on the thing of first come in, first serve, or something like that. But it will reach capacity. So make sure that you are in, because when you have reached capacity, you can't join us. So do yourself a favor. Yeah, do yourself a favor, please. Don't miss Sunday. I'm not just getting you a hype or anything like that. No. You know, testimonies. I'm a bishop, by the way, you know. One of the things that help you as a bishop to see that this message you are giving to people is working is when somebody comes and say, I have a testimony, Muruti. You know, with this message that you preached, my life was this way. Now my life is this way. You know, that thing gives you confidence inside there to be able to say, yeah, at least I'm still preaching the right thing. You know, people's lives are changing. I'm not talking to myself. You know, so this testimony, this is Testimony Sunday. Don't miss this coming Sunday. Hear this testimony. See where this business and this company and this product has taken people's lives from and where it has placed them. You know, those things are able to help us and encourage us to move further. So this is the guy. This is the guy. Vusi Novukela. I'm telling you, you can even see with a smile. When that guy comes, you're gonna see that smile. The first thing you're gonna see is that smile. You know, he's got that smile. You know, so I'm asking you, please, this Sunday, share with your people. Share with your people. Share them with them so that you can be able to give them the link when they need. Invite your friends. Invite everyone. Tell them to come through. And after listening to this guy, when they come back to you and say, where do I start? Don't even take it too long. Just bring them in. And that's what I wanted to say. First come, first serve. Make sure that you are in the 100. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Again, if you are in the Telegram group, you've got any questions or any further comments in terms of what we've shared today, please let's use that platform so that we can be able to help and share with each other. Otherwise, yes, we will see each other on Sunday at 6:30. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. Bye, Doc. Bye, Doc. Everyone, let's see your faces. Yes, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you there. Yeah, nice. Nice. How are you? Nice. Doc. I also yeah it work. I love the yeah no the yeah you can't even yaka surgeon you know that whole kata that whole say yeah whole dissect that.
Hello,
So,
Maggie.
Yes, everybody. Bye.
yes, thank you so much. Bye bye everyone. Magnus, thank you so much everybody. Thank you so very much. We'll see you on Sunday. See you on Sunday. See you on Sunday. Magnus on Sunday. Abu on Sunday. Everyone on Sunday.
Thank you, everybody.
Hello.
See you.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Bless you. Bless you. Wonderful.